Hi, and welcome back. Today we're making peach jam. I have about a half a case of peaches left over. They're ripening very quickly, so I've got to get them processed. And the first thing you're going to want to do is take a pan of boiling water. You're going to submerge the peaches in for about 30 to 60 seconds. Then you're going to put them in a bowl of ice water, and that's to stop the cooking. Once you do that, then the skins will slip off really easy. Now I'm using the Sure-Jell pectin. I haven't made this with Pomona's. If you have, let me know how it turned out. But I'm using the Sure-Jell low sugar, and it calls for 4.5 cups of diced peaches. One, two. So 5 peaches were almost 4 cups, so I'm going to do a couple more. All right, so this recipe also calls for 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice or lemon juice, 3 cups of sugar. So 5 peaches got me almost 4 cups. I need 4.5. And they're real specific about not doubling the recipe. If you've done that, let me know. Unlike butters, you have to be specific or your jelly, or in this case jam, might not set properly. They say do not cut the sugar on the low sugar option. If you do, it may not set. So I'm going to follow the directions exactly, which is a rare thing for me. So I'm waiting on the water to come up to a full boil again so I can drop my peaches in there and get my 4.5 cups. So my peaches are diced and in the pan. Here I've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You're going to add that to your pan. Then you need 3 cups of sugar. Out of the sugar, you want to pull out a 1/4 cup. And you're going to add the sugar to the pan, less the 1/4 cup. You're going to bring that mixture up to a full rolling boil. While that's coming up to a boil, and you need to keep an eye on it, you need to keep stirring it. My stove is just now heating. You want to take a package of the Sure-Jell and add it to the mixture of sugar that you have, the 1/4 cup you held back. And you want to stir that in. This will keep your pectin from getting all in a thick lump. The sugar helps to scatter it throughout the jam that you're making. If you guys have combined and done more than one recipe at a time, let me know. This is the one time I'm very cautious and not a recipe rebel. I don't want to make all of this work go to waste and end up with ice cream syrup or syrup for my waffles. I'd rather have the jam. And now we're just waiting for the peaches and sugar mixture to come up to a boil. Now you're going to turn this on high heat, stirring it constantly so the sugar doesn't burn. And a rolling boil is a boil you can't stir down. We are at a full rolling boil now, and you're going to add your pectin sugar mixture and bring it back up to a rolling boil and keep it there for 1 minute. Now I'm going to fill the jars. I have my lids sterilized and my jars. And you want to leave a 1/4 inch headspace from the top of the jar. If your peach mixture starts to foam, you can either scrape that off or add a 1/4 teaspoon of butter to that and it will stop that. This would be great if you only had a small amount of peaches. And you want to clean the rims of your jars off to make sure nothing prevents it from sealing. I have found that vinegar is the easiest for me. Ouch. You want to fingertip tighten those and put them in a heated canner. If you don't have a basket like this, you can put a folded towel in there. And you're going to process them for 10 minutes. For me, it's 15 because of altitude. And there is an altitude chart in the Sure-Jell. And I'm going to continue doing this until I have all my peaches processed. Again, if you have done more than one batch at a time, this is the only time I'm not a recipe rebel. Let me know if it turned out well. I might just go ahead and do it anyway and see what happens. Mike will have a lot of syrup for his pancakes that way. So the peach jam recipe was very simple. I ended up with 5 pints. I had to do 2 recipes. And while I was waiting for it to cook, I was able to process 3-gallon bags of bell peppers that will go in the freezer until I freeze dry them later. Preserving every day, that's what you do. I hope you enjoy this video. The best way you can help us out is to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button while you're in there. Until next time, bye-bye.